Yep. Yeah, let's get it going, folks. You better get locked in. You better get dialed in. And you better have a strong thesis and a little bit of conviction, because we just had the largest liquidation event in the history of cryptocurrency. $2 billion liquidated in the past 24 hours. I'm titling this episode here tonight, XRP Flash Crash to $2. And I didn't think that we were going to go below $2. I was trying to speak it into existence by saying we were never going below $2. And the market doing what the market does and humbling my butt, as we had the largest liquidation in the history of crypto. XRP crashing from 315 yesterday down to 272 was the low I'm pulling on Coinbase. And the bounce that we saw on Coinbase was one of the most dramatic bounces we've ever seen in XRP price action history, down to $1.72, but then bought up to 272 within, it was like 30 minutes. This thing was moving so quick. So guys, we're going to break all of this down here today, a 100% manipulated event. If you want proof, I won't make you wait. I'm going to give you the numbers right now. We've been talking about this XRP market cap myth. I've been trying to debunk, and we already have. It's already over. It's already done. We've already debunked the market cap myth for XRP and for other digital assets as well, too. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio. We don't need $1 billion of net inflows for the market cap to grow by $1 billion. We don't need $1 billion of selling or outflows for the market to drop by $1 billion. You want proof? I got it right here. Today's flows, negative 84.75 million. That's from CoinGlass. Negative 84.75 million. The market cap loss on XRP today, 65.5 billion. Once again, 84 million outflows. Market cap drop, 65 billion. Let me do the math for you. You don't need to get out your calculator. That's a market cap multiplier of 773. We have seen more dramatic market cap multipliers on the way coming down. And for folks who have been talking about, hey, XRP is going to be able to withstand the bear market, we're going to be able to avoid any sort of big pullbacks, any sort of bear market. Well, we haven't realized full fundamental value to the upside, but we just got humbled real quick with a 49% crash from the most recent high of 340 that we had just 2 weeks ago on January 16th to the low of $1.72 that we just got here today. Proof that this was 100% manipulated lies within these numbers right here. You don't have more than 100 million. You have 84 million of outflows that created a market cap loss of 65 billion. And as I said, what I've been tracking over the course of the past couple months, I looked at November. I looked at every single day in November, the outflows, the inflows. How did it affect the market cap? The one thing missing in the equation is the derivatives. And we know today that there was 2 billion liquidated across the entire market. A good chunk of that was XRP, over 100 million of XRP liquidations that I'm aware of. There might have even been more. So there was derivatives present. There was a lot of manipulations in the derivatives present. And that's what is missing from that data. But I don't need to know, I can just tell by how much the market cap got wiped out, how much the price got wiped out, as to how much manipulation was present. It's a little bit more difficult to quantify, but it's the missing link, it's the missing variable, but it explains why we just got slaughtered in the markets today. Let's take a step back, as I did earlier in my update today, walking through the beach. I know my beaches don't look good. I know some people call it that beach sucks. I know, trust me. Don't get me started. My county does multiple $1 million renovation projects, and they don't even make the beach nice. They put natural cobble rock that washes away in the next storm, but that's what it was intended to do. Go with nature, man, just flowing in and out, instead of making the beach actually nice with some nice sand. So don't get me started on the beach. I know, but I got outside. You breathe some fresh air. You take a step back and you try to, it's funny. With all these events, everybody then becomes an expert. Now we got everybody's an expert on trade and tariffs. We get a plane deal, an absolute tragedy. Crazy what just happened. And now everybody's an expert on planes. We get a deal with the Tesla blowing up, and now everybody knows how Tesla's already, you know. And so we got everybody commentating on this trade war without really understanding how it's even going to play out. So we're all speculating. And what the market was looking for was justification to correct. That's the overvalued stock market. And clearly, we are over-leveraged in the cryptocurrency space with 2 billion of liquidations in the past 24 hours. Clearly, we are over-leveraged. We got a little ahead of ourselves. But as I've been saying, what assets are holding up well and what assets are going to perform the best when we do end up recovering? Because we will, just like we did after the other large liquidation events that we've had just in the past 4 years. Go back to 2022 November, Sam Bankman-Fried on the lunar eclipse. I'll never forget that day, Sam Bankman-Fried, and it was the SBF sacrifice day. That was a massive liquidation event. And then the other big one was obviously March of 2020, and that one wiped us out too. This was bigger, okay? And what we're observing, though, with XRP, this is different. Similar to gold and silver, where the vaults are being cleaned out. And we're going to talk about the vaults being cleaned out in this show here tonight. Similarly, we're seeing the same thing with XRP on the order books, where the spot buyers are in control until we get these big manipulation events like we got here today. And then that's what makes up for the room between the 84 million of outflows that we see on the spot market versus the 65 billion of market cap loss overall on the day. 100% manipulation. We can now prove it. Now, I do see a couple super chats. I want to get to these, and then I want to get rocking and rolling because we got a lot to cover. We got a lot to cover here tonight. Colin, thank you for the 2 spot. Not going below $2, right, Zach? Bitcoin to 200K. Yeah. Like I said, I got humbled, and that's good. It's good to get smacked every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? And get set straight. We all got a little ahead. Now, I wasn't levered, and that's why I'm sitting pretty. I was out playing in the snow today with the fam. I wasn't looking at, Twitter. I wasn't looking. I put out my own tweets, putting out positivity, trying to speak it into existence, trying to max engage. And of course, that triggers some people for some reason, being positive in the middle of a moment like this. Sorry, I'm not going to sit around and mope and cry and whine. We're going to scoop up the dip. If we got liquid capital ready to go and to deploy, we're going to scoop up the dip. If not, I almost bought some more HBAR today. I was thinking about it. But other than that, unless we're buying the dip or trading, shorting, or doing a deal, we step outside. Go build a snowman. That's what I did today. Go build a snowman, or the equivalent of what you can do in your neck of the woods. But we did get humbled today. 1970 legend, thank you for that big hundo, brother. Wow. Hey, I've been looking to get in touch with you, brother. Just got back from my cruise. Did 4 of our Aussie friends ends get their free shirts? P.S. The sky is falling. Buy the dip or just hold and get strapped in for the new paradigm. 1970 legend. I got good news for you, my brother. I'm going to announce our deal here. What we're looking to do is actually supply free shipping. I don't know how many we're going to be able to do. I got to, because it's about $30 per load or per delivery to Australia. It's about we're having to charge $30, $30.99 for these. And so you donated a big 400 spot. So we're going to be able to do at least a dozen folks. We're going to be able to do free shipping to Australia. So yes, we are going to set that up. We just got it set up now. Canada and Australia is live, and we're not going to tack you on any more tariffs. You're not going to get hit like that. We do have to charge a little bit more than I'd like to for shipping. That's the cost that it takes to get it over there across the Pacific to you guys. But it is now live, Australia and Canada. And yeah, I'm going to do something like the first, we're going to do something like the first, 10, 12 people will be able to get free shipping to Australia donated by 1970 legend. But what I need from you, brother, is I saw you posted on Twitter, you were on that cruise and you were wearing the Trump XRP shirt. I want that post, brother. I wanted to share that out and I wanted to give you a shout out. But thank you for dropping that super chat tonight. I appreciate you. And we're going to take care of the Aussies. We're going to take care of more than just a few. Appreciate you. And this is what the XRP family does. It's just nothing but positive vibes over here. Dennis, thank you for the 40 Thai bot. Full on XRP bot, more AXL and Ondo cheap, grateful. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I was looking at H-bar, almost pulled the trigger. We got so much to cover tonight, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you have subscribed, hit that notification bell. And if you can, do me a big favor. If you like it, that's great. If you don't like it, let us know too. We take all feedback and we welcome it. Over 188 billion was wiped out from the crypto market in the past 24 hours. Now, this is the overall market cap. This is not liquidations. But this is, once again, reiterating my point about market cap being a figment of your imagination. Because yes, just 24 hours ago, you could have sat here with your calculator and calculated the market caps of all these cryptos, and it was worth 188 billion US dollars more than it is right now. And in the blink of an eye, just like that, a figment of your imagination disappeared. And that was 188 billion of it. Not all of it. We didn't, it didn't go to zero. It's not over. This isn't the end of the world. But we did, erase 188 billion of what we imagined to be the market cap of cryptocurrency. And some of these cryptos just got smacked. Blockchain backer, that may be the biggest we've seen. Total liquidations. I think that it has now been confirmed as the largest liquidation event in the history of our crypto markets. Dom, Trader View, XRP was just trading 25 cents higher on Coinbase than Binance. The order book literally broke. Market makers stepped away. It was air. Now, let's look at these charts here. You're seeing on Coinbase, it popped to 230. And in fact, it even ended up popping up to 270 at one point here on this recovery. While on Binance, it was at 214. Now, this reiterates my point about having multiple options open for these exchanges. I'm getting reports coming in today in our Discord group that folks are having trouble on Uphold. Uphold went down. I saw reports in the Discord group. I saw it on Twitter. We're seeing reports that Coinbase, I saw somebody in our Discord group earlier today said that Coinbase was not letting them sell XCN. We're seeing issues with just arbitrage here. 214 on Binance. On Coinbase, it went up to 230, and at one point, it even went up to 270. The bounce that we just saw on Coinbase was the largest bounce that we've ever seen for XRP. It literally was the most hourly volume XRP has ever seen on Coinbase in the history of XRP on Coinbase. That's how much demand there is. Like I said, there was only 84 million of outflows because there was still a significant amount of inflows into XRP. Now, because there was so much leverage wiped out, so many liquidations wiped out, and so much manipulation present, that's why we had such a dramatic pullback. The natural selling and buying that took place does not justify the move that we just had here today. It is not a natural occurrence. Now, Alan reminded us of XRP doing this exact same price action, or at least very similar price action, in 2017. We were at $1.24 down to 41 cents on a daily candle, and then 13 days later, we hit all-time high for XRP, which is exactly why I am sitting here today before you, 100% confident in my prediction that XRP is still on its way to an all-time high, $4 XRP or just shy. 385 would be an official all-time high on every exchange to $4. And it's coming this month, in my opinion, because I think that this is going to be a rapid recovery, a V-shaped recovery, and XRP still, we're seeing spot inflows. Despite all this fear, despite all this panic, people still want XRP. And I was thinking about this earlier today while I was out making the snowman with my kids. Nobody wants to hold it. And this is just my observation. A lot of people are willing to hold some of their bags of these other cryptos. But in large part, folks are willing to cheat or sell off their entire bag of all of these other cryptos because nobody actually believes in this tech or the tech that project is selling long term. Otherwise, they would hold it like they do XRP. There's a reason why folks like myself are going to not even touch. I'm not even trying to trade half of my XRP bag. It's not even something we play around with. With every other crypto, that's not the case. I'm willing to play around with it. I will hold, I'm not going to sell off all of my XLM and a few other utility cryptos. I probably won't sell them off 100%, but 90% it's gone. And for you guys too, think about that. All these other cryptos that we play around with, and the next hot coin that comes across every single day, it's a new one, right? Why is nobody willing to actually hold these cryptos? It's because they don't actually believe in them. So think about that, especially when you're listening to other influencers and YouTubers that are telling you about how this project is the best and greatest thing ever. It would also be nice to have the context of whether or not they're going to hold it or if they're going to sell it. And now something I'm going to be doing in my deep dives going forward is I'm going to be very straight up with you guys. Hey, this is a momentum play. I'm in, I'm out. I have nothing against the project. They're just not proven yet. And that's exactly how I felt about XCN. Some people didn't like my review of XCN. That's fine. I appreciate all feedback. At least I'm honest. And I'm not paid by anybody to FUD XCN or, I don't have the blinders on. I just am comparing every single company to Ripple, every single asset to XRP, and every single ledger to the XRP ledger, because I think that you have a standard over there that's transparent, that is very clear, and not backed by a bunch of manipulation. Moving forward, we have the trade war that is looking like it could potentially be the black swan event of this year. We knew Trump was going to shake things up. But the speed at which he is moving to fix these things is rapid. Part of that, and as I describe it, he's ripping off the Band-Aid. There's going to be a little bit of pain, but I'd rather get it over with than, let this thing drag out, keep kicking the can down the road, which is the alternative that we've had for decades from both sides of the aisle. So please note that I don't view this through a political lens. I view this through what's the position of the US dollar on the world stage? What's the standard of living for the average American back home? And do we have a control of our monetary policy as it relates to government spending and where we're at? I'm open to everything being putting everything on the chopping block because I acknowledge that we have to, whether we want to or not. No, we're past that point. We have to acknowledge that everything has to be put on the chopping block and considered. And there's going to be some pain. Yeah, absolutely. But are we going to make it through? Yeah. And are we going to come out better? Absolutely. Now, let's break this down. Kobesi letter. The trade war has officially begun. Here's our take on it. Appreciate you guys for stopping by here tonight. Let's go. New tariffs on 25% for Mexico and Canada, 10% on China. These are live. Mexico and Canada's exports to the U.S. account for approximately 78% and 77% of their total annual reports, respectively. I'm seeing some reports that Mexico is actually 84%. But, let's round up. They're both about 3/4 of their exports, or almost 80% of their exports, are to the United States of America. The U.S. exports to Mexico and Canada account for approximately 16% and 17% of total U.S. annual reports, respectively. U.S. exports to Mexico and Canada are $320 billion and about $360 billion, respectively, which is less than 2.5% of U.S. GDP. On the other hand, these exports represent 20 to 30% of Canada and Mexico's 20 to 30% of Canada and Mexico's GDP. That's the entire country's gross domestic product. 20% for Canada, 30% for Mexico. And this is why I mentioned earlier that I want to be sensitive here. for a moment, because I know that in some recent updates that I've done, I don't want to come off as insensitive to this issue. And I also don't want to come off as if America is unscathed through this. America's going to feel the pain. There's going to be some bumps along this road. But where we're going is absolutely worth it. Like I said, these sacrifices that we need to make need to be made. It's the only option if we want a level playing field and if we want to be able to save our country. We have to do what's best for us and our people. Canada and Mexico are going to feel this, and everybody else that we implement these tariffs and go out with the trade war is going to feel this. Now, for many of you guys in other countries, your countries have made alliances. Your countries have been preparing for this. Your countries have already ditched the US dollar, which is why I've applauded countries that have moved away from the US dollar, while at the same time, on the other side, I also want to maintain the US reserve currency status. But as an American, I only want to do it through merit. I want to do it through what we've actually backed our dollar by, not through the end of a barrel of a gun. And if we can't do it through real merit and through a level playing field, then I don't want it. And whatever that means for us back home, that's what it's going to be. Because we need to stop abusing our privilege and role with the reserve currency and the largest military known to man. Now, respectively, we've been taking care of some folks and we haven't been getting much in return. That's over. And if it's not clear by now that Trump cares about one thing and one thing only, which is putting his face on Mount Rushmore next to the other legends that have saved this country, that's it. And he's going to do whatever it takes. And he doesn't care about crashing the stock market. That's the plan. He knew they were going to blame him anyways. He knew he got a fake economy. He knew he had an overvalued real estate market and an overvalued stock market. Why not lean into it? They're going to blame me anyways. They've lost all respect and reputation when it comes to the mainstream media and their lies anyways. Why not just lean into it? Let them tell their dwindling audience of mindless bots that Trump is to blame. Trump is the boogeyman. He's the bad guy, and he's the reason why the economy's tanked. Meanwhile, what's on the other side of this for us is going to be one of the most prosperous periods for our nation. And it's very clear to me, because I come from small town America, that the average American, when you tell them, yeah, there's going to be some tariffs, there's going to be some stuff's going to go up in price, there's going to be a little bit more inflation. But on the other side of this, we're talking about removing income, payroll, estate, and gift tax. These Americans aren't going to care one bit. Not one bit. And that's what's on the table for us right now. Is, yeah, we're implementing these tariffs. There's going to be a trade war. It's going to be painful. But we also have a president that might remove our IRS, right? Might remove income, payroll, gift, and estate tax. That, along with cutting regulation, will bring about a true golden age. This is not just something that we're going to be talking about. This is something that could actually be fulfilled for us. And we want other nations to prosper too, but we can't continue to be taken advantage of. That's what this is about. Now, let's continue with this breakdown here. The real wild card here is how China will respond to the additional 10% tariff. We expect higher prices for consumers soon. This comes at a particularly important time as DeepSeek has disrupted AI. Last week, the narrative was DeepSeek AI. This week, it's the trade war. The market, as I said, the traditional stock market was already overvalued. It was looking for an excuse. Well, now you got it. The combination of a trade war and now you got a boogeyman. Now we get to blame our favorite person to blame. The big bad orange man, Mr. Trump, did it all. The combination of a trade war and potential new chip ban could significantly weigh on technology stocks. U.S. officials are being careful with their comments regarding chip bans and the DeepSeek situation for a reason. If these tariffs persist for more than a year, we expect U.S. economic output to decline. I'm not going to get into that because right now, what we're getting, the report is that Trump is in his way to negotiate with leaders from Mexico and Canada right now. Like I said, this could be one of the biggest overreactions that we've seen in the history of our markets, especially for cryptocurrency. It's already the biggest liquidation event, But if this turns out to be we get deals cut right away, then this might be one of the biggest overreactions that we've ever seen. Now, we already are getting countries to come to our terms. Panama officially ends its 2017 Belt and Road Initiative agreement with China and plans to void existing deals. This comes after Trump's Secretary of State Marco Rubio visited and demanded that Panama reduce China's influence and control over the Panama Canal. So we're already getting countries that are coming to our table and signing our deal with our terms. Colombia was another one. Santiago Capital. Nobody serious goes into a fight without expecting to get hit. Getting hit is not the same thing as getting knocked out. If you can stand longer than the other guy, even if you get hit, you win. People need to start thinking about how the tariffs are going to affect other countries than the United States. We're going to live. We're going to live. We are. We're going to be fine. But you saw the numbers there. 20% of the GDP for Canada is exports to America. 30% of the economy for Mexico is exports to America. The best thing for these leaders to do is going to be to come to the table with Trump and get a deal done. Whether it's a deal that they're in love with or not, we're going to live. And that's what Trump knows. Trump knows that's what he's holding, his cards. He knows he's holding the best hand when it comes to this trade war. Now, what's going to be interesting to me here is the potential for a silver squeeze to play out imminently. What we're watching right now here is because Mexico is the largest producer of silver in the world. The new president that is incoming here, hopefully she gets a deal done with Trump, but she has been getting a deal done with some of the miners for gold, silver, and other commodities as well, especially silver. I was listening to the CEO of Tiger Silver or Tiger Metals, I forget the company name there, up in Vancouver, and he was bragging about their relations with the administration down there and how they just got approved to launch like a couple huge silver mines down there, huge operations. Now the problem, because he was sitting back having a good time, I was joking with, I met some of the Discord family up there, and we were joking. I said, you know, because he was sitting back in his chair, you know, all looking all good and like, his shit didn't stink. And I said, that's how you sit up there on the stage when you got that deal done with the president of Mexico and you're good to go on your mining operation and silver's up. And last year, I remember that same guy said that they make a profit at $11 per ounce silver. And now we're up at $30 per ounce. And I think that we're going to see a silver squeeze here. They could shoot this thing up to $50 faster than I had anticipated. I had mentioned in the live show last night, somebody asked me the odds of silver going to $50 this year. And I said, flip a coin 50-50. But the odds in the next 24 months, I thought was 100%, because I do think that we're going to see another run for silver. But this dynamic with the trade war, if this does persist and if this does go, we could see silver just blast off to a new all-time high imminently. Trump's 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico now in effect. What does it mean for precious metals? 80% of U.S. silver grain comes from abroad. U.S. mines only meet about 17% of domestic demand currently. U.S. mines only meet about 17% of domestic demand currently. It was worth repeating. So 80%, we need to bring it in. We need to import it. And a large amount of that does come from Mexico. And if this trade war continues and we start to put tariffs on some of these other big producers of silver and other, these natural resources, we could see some of these already spike. I mean, gold's already moved back up. I think I saw that coffee spiked up on the Colombia news. Maybe that's cooled off now that Colombia's president's come to the table with Trump. But I saw that coffee had already broken up to a new all-time high. And so commodities are in the process. They're already at new all-time highs. In fact, if I open up Market Watch right now, I'm going to take a quick sneak peek over here at gold to see what it's doing. Okay, it's coming back down here slightly. It actually is coming back down here as we speak. But look at where gold went here just in the past week. Right? Gold up here all the way at, 2,850. A little bit above that. Slide on down here to silver. Look at what silver did in the past week. All the way up here to 32,875. Now, this is the silver continuous contract. I know some people were commenting saying that silver didn't reach anywhere near $33. I'm looking at these futures contracts because the paper market really controls the price that we see, the price that we're tracking that ends up relaying to the spot market. But from there, you're going to get the premium tacked on by these dealers. And if these dealers are getting squeezed, those premiums are going to go up as well too. So not only is that spot price going to be going up, but then the premiums are going to be going up as well, because you're going to have the same dealers all fighting over the same, other countries to get the silver instead of Mexico. If they're having to pay that 25% tariff on the silver coming out of Mexico, they're going to be looking other countries. Now, continuing on, this was an interesting chart here from Rick Rule. 60 years of gold and silver price spikes. And what you see right here is that silver is absolutely primed up and ready to catch up here to gold. And this is what I've been waiting for, because I've only invested in silver. And so I've been stacking my silver, waiting for silver to play catch up. And it looks like that moment might come. These Mexico tariffs might just do it. That could be the trigger. And that could happen imminently. Now, I just got a couple more points to get through here, and then we're going to open it up for rapid fire Q&A. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Please prepare your questions now. And if you haven't already, please make sure you've liked this video and shared it out far and wide. Thank you so much. Everything's being exposed right now. And like I said, it's going to be painful. There's going to be sacrifices to be made. Part of what we're realizing is just how many billions and hundreds of billions and trillions of dollars are truly being wasted by our government. Today, breaking, Ukrainian, and this is not breaking for our camp, for our community. We knew this was taking place. This is a big no-no. You couldn't talk about this. Another one of those conspiracy theories that has ended up playing out perfectly. Ukrainian President Zelensky says that Ukraine only received around 75 billion of the 177 billion in aid sent by the United States. I don't know where all the money is. That's what he says. Let's take a listen.
Дивіться. Я коли чую...
I didn't realize he wasn't speaking English. Never mind. No soundbite for Zelensky. The reason why I wanted to bring that up, though, is once again to reiterate this point here, that everything's going to be on the chopping block. And it has to be this way. To wake up the American people out of their slumber, we had to basically rip the Band-Aid off, and they had to see just how bad it was, just how bad the wound was, how deep the problems were. And so Trump was handed this dumpster fire. He didn't really have a choice. It was going to collapse either way. And he was going to be blamed. So why not be in control of the narrative? And that's exactly what President Trump is doing right now. And if we're going to have anybody negotiating on behalf of our country, thank goodness we're no longer watching Biden representing us on a daily basis. And thank goodness some of the other options out there that we had aren't the ones making this deal happen. Now, like I said, whether you like Trump or you hate Trump, the greatest transfer of wealth in world history is underway. You want proof? Go look at gold at new all-time highs. Go look at silver ready to break out. Go look at XRP, which just closed 16 days above $3. And yes, we did have a pullback. The largest liquidation event in the history of crypto is what it took to get XRP to drop below $2. Stop and think about that for a second. Stop and think about that before you clown me for me trying to speak it into existence and be positive by saying that XRP was never going below $2 again. It was not an ordinary pullback here. This was the largest liquidation event in the history of crypto, which honestly really didn't surprise me. When I saw I was giving my son a bath, and I checked the price, and I saw that it was at $2. And I literally busted out laughing because I was thinking, oh, crap. Everybody is going to clown me because I was just pounding the table that we were never going below $2. And I was sharing how we did 3 dips below $2 just a month ago before we blasted off to 340. And so I was just looking at this chart. Oh, wow, we set a pattern here. We're doing another 3 pullbacks below $3 before we launch up to $4. Now, I didn't realize that this pullback was going to take us back below $2, but it did. Now, think about this, though, because I want to pull up the chart here as we move into rapid fire Q&A and show you guys what just took place. Real quick, I do want to plug this. This collection should be added to our website here in the next couple hours. Our guy's working on it right now. This is Bearable Guy 123 update on December 24th, 2021. So this past week, we went live with the XRP ship Perseverance, which was dropped April 12th, 2020. The Christmas drop that we got on 2020 was the one in the enclosed room. I don't know if it was a castle or what it was, but I didn't really think that it would look that good on a shirt. So I decided to skip over that one. And then we moved right here to December 24th, 2021. And so this is the December 2021 update. But this symbolizes everything that the XRP community, the real ones, are doing right now. We're the bear, not wearing a tuxedo, but I am wearing my nice XRP merch. Sitting next to the fire, nice and cozy. We got our stockings up. We got our calendar up. We've been locking and loading. We've been catching some pumps, focusing on what we can control on a daily basis, while we watch the king sit outside, left outside all alone. And in the rocket ship, we got our knight. Our knight is in the rocking ship, taking off towards the star. And so that was the Bearable Guide drop there in December of 2021. That collection is going to be going live here in the next couple hours. I'll be letting you guys know on that. And all that new merch is linked up down below in the description of all our videos. Now, I already did the math here. 65.54 billion divided by 84.75 million gives me that market cap multiplier of 773. A dramatic swing, a dramatic market cap multiplier. When you look at the spot flows, it was negative 84 million. And when you look at the market cap loss, it was 65 billion. Here's your XRP chart, market cap. Here's the market cap chart right here. Where we were at was 169 billion. And then we dropped all the way down here to 103 billion. That's a loss of 65 billion of market cap. I slide on over here to CoinGlass, and right over here is where I'm pulling this data from. February 2nd, net flow negative 84.75. What this confirms to me is the amount of manipulation was heavy today, and that the dramatic pullbacks on XRP are showing us that this is when we get the most dramatic market cap multiplier, meaning that typically what I'm seeing is 50 to about 200 for the market cap multiplier on days that are down and up. But on some of these days that are down, I'm tracking 700 today. There was a day in November where I tracked it at 900 for the market cap multiplier coming down. And so what this shows us is that on these days where we're getting big pullbacks and big liquidations, the manipulation from those liquidations is drawing down XRP even faster and harder than it is on the way up, which is primarily being driven by spot inflows. When XRP got to topping out at 290 the first time, we did see a large amount of leverage come in, but primarily, and Ripple noted this in their Q4 market report, the spot market is what is driving XRP's price up. And it's why we just bounced on Coinbase. Let me pull up the Coinbase chart here, because this is so incredible to see. On this Coinbase chart, here's the hourly chart on Coinbase. And you can see here, in a 1 hour period. I mean, if I go to the 15-minute chart so we can see exactly how long you had. You had, I mean, guys, look at this. Don't tell me that we went below $2 for real. We barely did. I mean, you can barely count this. This is one. Okay, this 15-minute candle, we got a wick down to 2, and then it was just this wick right here. It was less than 15 minutes that we were below $2. I never look at the 5-minute chart, but for this purpose, I need to look at this. Guys, you had less than 10 minutes. You have this 5-minute candle and you have this 5-minute candle that started right here at $1.96. So you literally had less than 10 minutes to buy XRP below $2. And yet, I already know that my notifications are full on all my posts for the past 24 to 48 hours of me saying that we weren't ever, I said that we were never going to go below $2 again. And I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, actually. I was just trying to speak it into existence. I'm not going to apologize for staying optimistic and positive and trying to hold the line. We didn't hold the line, but it's only because of the amount, the sheer amount of manipulation that was present. And I have proof of it through this market cap multiplier right here. You don't lose 65 billion off of 84 million of outflows unless there's a large amount of manipulation on the back end. Because that's the spot market. What I'm not plugging into that equation is the derivatives. But I don't need to. Clearly, that's the missing variable that makes up the difference and explains the 700x, almost 800, 773 market cap multiplier. This is the largest liquidation event in the history of crypto, bigger than Sam Bankman-Fried in November of 2022, bigger than March of 2020. And remember, for those that are getting scared, for those that are going to go to the sidelines, for those that are going to cash out, get all scared, this is the end of the world. They're going to miss out once again on one of the strongest V-shaped recoveries that we've seen in the history of crypto. And I believe that we'll see once again in the broader financial markets as well too. What's being discovered is fundamental value of every single asset across this planet. And Trump doesn't care about blowing up our stock market. He does not care. He knows it's a sacrifice that's going to have to be made. And these were already overvalued stocks. People should know that. People should be able to look as a fundamental investor at the price to earnings ratios on these stocks and know that this isn't normal. Just like this isn't normal on the crypto market cap multiplier. No. This is not a normal asset. But yet you still, we got folks that want to debate market cap conversations with XRP. We have the proof. Now, comments, questions, you guys drop them. I'm watching, and I'm going to catch up on our super chats at the same time. Comments, questions, let's go. Ryan says, sold and bought back in at 50 cents less. That's a risky play, but I appreciate it, and I appreciate your 5 spot, Ryan. Well done. Well done getting back in. I'm too scared to do that. I'm too scared. I don't trade any of my XRP right now. I'm only trading XRP memes, and I'm trading some other cryptos as well too, small caps. Dennis, thank you for the tie. 100 bot. Thank you. Zach's multiplier is in effect and used by exchanges insiders to take advantage of messed up order books. Yeah. This is it's just like going to the casino, and not only is the game rigged in their favor, but the house has the odds and they get to see your hand. That's trading in crypto. That's why they know the exact level to take these prices to get max pain, the most amount of liquidations. Because every time they're liquidating your position, they're taking your assets and they're making their money. So they want to kill it going down. They want to pump it going up. 1970, thank you for the 10 spot. Just messaged you the post on X to your inbox. Tried to share here, but YouTube won't let me. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're going to prepare that. And like I said, we're going to take care of these Aussies. We're going to take care of these Aussies. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Another one. Appreciate you, brother. You are looking great on the cruise ship in that Trump XRP shirt. I would love to see the reactions that you got. I did have to, I had a special request with the Discord family that I met up there in Vancouver. I brought them XRP family shirts, but Roberta, she wanted a Trump XRP shirt as well too. So she might not be able to wear that shirt in public anymore in Canada. I don't know how well they would take that up there, but God bless her. God bless her. Hey, Peaky, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. 10 spot, appreciate you. Emotionally charged markets. Planes falling from and colliding in the sky. No coincidences. I called it a signal and blame it on one figurehead. We knew 2025 was the year of the snake. Hiss. And that's why we keep the grass cut nice and short. We keep it nice and tight. We don't give room for the snakes to come around, huh? Yeah. They need a boogeyman. In 2020, in 2019, the overnight repo market was already blowing up, the reverse repo market. And basically the back end of the financial system was already going through a liquidity crisis because the Fed had started to raise rates. Remember, that's when Trump was telling Powell to stop raising rates in his first administration. That was 2018 and 2019. The back end of the financial system started to have a liquidity crisis, and it was already breaking. The excuse that came through was what was, I don't want to say manufactured, even though we have the proof. Now it's common knowledge, but you guys know what happened, and they're in the simulation events of March 2020. And then it was the sacrifice of Sam Bankman-Fried in November of 2022 that brought us that other massive liquidation event. James Hall, thank you for the 2 spot. Extra drinks tonight. 100,000 wallet swing. That's a tough one to swallow. That's why you don't look, James. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. I saw you had commented on a Twitter post and you said, today's the day where we need 2 videos and we need a live show. Well, I saw that after I had already made my video out at the beach. And so I said, okay, I'm going to make a couple quick TikToks. So I split away from the family real quick, snuck into the office, made a couple quick TikToks. And obviously now I'm getting clowned for it because one of the TikToks I made was me explaining that this was our third and final back test below $3 before we go to all-time high. And then we get humbled, liquidated to $1.70. So I tried to get out here and spread the positive word and we got smacked up. But like I said, I was laughing out loud in the bathroom here, giving my son a bath. I checked the chart. It's at $2 and I just thought, oh crap. I took a screenshot right at $2. Posted a tweet. I said, hold the line. We didn't hold the line, but we had no chance. It was just massive market maker magician liquidation event. And this is healthy. It's healthy that the stock market's correcting. It's healthy that we're having a real estate reset. It's healthy that the leverage is getting cleaned out of crypto. And guess where the spot inflows are going? XRP. People are trading XCN. They're trading Swiftcoin. They're trading ACH. They're trading the next coin that comes along. They're trading Trump coin. Hopefully you didn't do that one. That one was a tough one. Probably not many people made money on the Trump coin. You make a meme coin move. You do a deal, whatever it's going to be. But where are you actually parking real money for long term? It's in XRP. It's in Bitcoin. And that's about it. Other than the other utility cryptocurrencies. Most of our community doesn't really stack Bitcoin, but I know I'm just speaking on the broader cryptocurrency space in general. For most people that are going to hold as a store of value, it's going to be in it's going to be in gold outside of crypto, and that's played out really well for the gold holders. But it's going to be Bitcoin, it's going to be XRP, and then for us, it's the other utility cryptocurrencies. And like I said, I was looking at HBAR today. HBAR did pop down to about 23, but that was before we continued lower. So let me double check where HBAR went to. I'm going to be dropping the HBAR deep dive tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. 21 cents. Lovely. 21 cents for HBAR. I missed the dip down to 17 cents. I knew I should have just set a little limit order down there. But we might get further downside action tomorrow. I don't think that this is over. Depending on how long this takes to play out, it could be a couple weeks. We saw that drawdown, massive liquidation event in March of 2020. But it was, a couple weeks of turbulence. And it ended up sending us into a recession later on in 2022. I think that we could end up seeing a recession in the first half of this year, if this gets ugly with the trade war. But the bounce back is going to be spectacular, and the assets that we're already holding are already faring very well. So deep dive on HBAR is going to be dropping tomorrow. I think we should all buy as much American crypto while they're still starting a world war. This is good advice, Ron. That's what I'm seeing too. Why should any American-based US cryptos be down on price that have real utility, real fundamentals, and you're about to get no capital gains on trading them? The Trump family has too much profit in crypto and in other assets at this point. They don't want to be burdened by the income, payroll, estate, and gift tax either. And so, like I said, everything's on the table. It's just a matter of actually getting past, and that's going to be another a significant hurdle. But how could you be bullish on American-based cryptos right now? Honestly, I really wouldn't even be that bearish on, good quality American companies with good fundamentals. I'm talking about stocks. Even though the stock market's pulling back, and I really don't care to invest in the stock market because crypto is such a better opportunity for the risk side of my portfolio, it works out better for me. But if I had to make an allocation towards the United States right now, or to stocks right now in general, I would be looking at the United States, and I'd be looking at our oil companies, our energy companies. They're going to maybe get hit here to start, but the turnaround and the bounce on real value is going to be massive. The swing on XRP today was a full $1. Imagine that. Because when we look at this chart, think about how much your net worth moved today on this move here. I'm on the 5-minute chart. I never go to the 5-minute chart, but this is just to prove a point. In 5 minutes, we went from $1.72 all the way up here to $2.70. 98 cents. Don't comment in the chat because I don't want to expose how much XRP you got, but just internalize that for a second. Okay. And really just look at this chart. We're back above $2 once again. So like I said, we're never going below $2 again. Well, we did in an artificial manipulated liquidation event. We did. For less than 10 minutes, we went below $2. So congratulations, I was wrong. If you want to see me lose, if you want to see me be wrong, you got one on me. You got me for less than 10 minutes. But here we are back above $2. And yeah, this could get a little bit worse and XRP could float around this level again, but we've already built support and we've already traded at this level before. So now everybody's going to see what's taking place and everybody's going to be, as soon as they get their next paycheck, they're going to be placing a buy order on XRP, or those that have cash are setting their limits right now at $2.10, $2.05, $2. They folks are going to think maybe we'll get another wick, and we very well could get another wick below $2, right? But the recovery on XRP to $4 is going to happen sooner rather than later, in my opinion. This thing's not going to wait around. Will Fix, thank you for the 10 spot. Do you think the normal bull run cycle will take place despite the election XRP run and possible utility? Yeah, it's a great question, Will, and I appreciate the super chat. We will still experience a big pullback. Well, we just did 49% from $3.40 down to $1.70. That's a 49% drawdown. So in this environment, we still are getting drawdowns. And I think the big caveat, it's very simple, the answer to your question, Will. If institutional liquidity is live at scale, we will not get huge drawdowns like we used to. We need the institutions to be here, and we need them to be using XRP for its main utility, liquidity, at scale. So it's not just, the institutions are here, we get the first announcements, but they haven't started flowing the liquidity. No, we need the institutions present. We need them flowing the liquidity. And that will keep us out of these big, up and down cycles and waiting around for the 4-year bull market. That's what takes us and sets us free and allows XRP to sustain price points well into the double digits, 20, 30, 40, 50. We don't get to, above a $30 XRP without institutional liquidity being present. And we might run up to 20, 30 bucks this bull run, but we will pull back if institutional liquidity is not present at scale. I think that's the simple answer to that question. It's a good question. I know a lot of people are thinking that XRP might be able to avoid it, and I think that there is a chance, but that is what has to be in place. Scott Climber, wow, look at you go. Massive 220 spot. Scott, I appreciate you, brother. You are a real one. Always showing love here in the chat. Your 5th super chat on the live shows here tonight and coming in hot with a big one. That is greatly appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys as well, too. Yeah, we got banks in Japan going live. They don't care about this noise. SBI Shinsei Bank, going live. Ripple's DLT solution. Well, what is that? That's XRP. Now it just becomes like the shareholders of SBI. They were calling out Yoshitaka Kitao, who's one of the biggest XRP bulls. But these shareholders of SBI said it's not enough. You need to become the Michael Saylor of XRP. You need to be putting it on your balance sheet, treating it as a reserve, publicly announcing how much XRP you're buying and holding, and you need to run this thing up. You need to fully leverage your investment in the company Ripple, and by extension, your investment in XRP. Start loading up and tell the world that you're loading up just like Michael Saylor does. And they probably could do it without having to raise the funds like Michael Saylor does too. They probably could do so without getting so leveraged. Yeah, banks in Japan are going live. Yeah. Tyron says that he bought some silver today on Glint. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I need to get partnered up with Glint. Good guys. Good guys. And now Andy Scheckman's working with them too. So, yeah. I missed the super chat here. AI Cat XRPL 2 spot. I'm convinced market is following AI Cat XRPL. Okay, you're not getting a meow tonight, AI Cat. And I don't know what you are, if you're real AI or not real AI. What is real anymore? Some of these bots I'm just blocking right away on X. Some of these bots, I see them come into my feed. I see them respond to my post. AI agents. No, you're gone. You're gone. Wow, you guys have been showing love tonight. Big chats, big chats. Rapid fire Q&A, let's go. And let's take a sip of our adult beverage. Right now, XRP is at 213. So if you're looking to get it, there you got it. 213. Running down the list here real quick. XLM at 30 cents. Flare less than 2 cents. XDC at 8. Algo 25. SHX down to 1.5 cents. My Say token just smacked. Boy, have I got wrecked on that one. Small bet, though. Not a big deal. Bitcoin Cash down to 290. That's the most recent pickup. I picked that one up after reading Roger Ver's book, Hijacking Bitcoin. Good read. Swee. How you doing? Down to 280. Swee. Let me zoom out here. I want to get a couple measurements in on some of these pullbacks, on some of these cryptos. It's been pretty dramatic here. It's a 55% pullback for SWE from the most recent all-time high of $5.33. That's a 55% drawdown on SWE. Quant, How's Quant doing? Been lagging. Did about a 214% pump after the election, but then was just drawing down and consolidating here right at about 100 to 120. But now Quant's drawn down here all the way to 73 bucks here today. Let's measure this drop and see how bad that's been for Quant. 57% drawdown. Big one. 49% drawdown for XRP. Now, Bitcoin is still holding, though. That's the thing. That's why I have this line here right at 90,000. We went down to about 90,000 here today, 90,400. And even that one got bought out pretty good. ETH. It's a 47% drawdown. And that's not a new all-time high for ETH. ETH lagging. 47% drawdown. Yeah. I love what's happening. Yeah, Gen X. Yeah. I know people have been wanting to pick up XRP. Now, the people that are calling for 50 cent and $1 XRP, just stop it. Just stop it. I do feel 100% confident saying that XRP is never going below $1 again. But maybe I should stop saying, that's why they say never, right? Whoops. There's just a massive buy wall at $2. And that buy wall is going to be filled up here. I don't think that any sort of dip that we get here is going to last long under $2. So is the bull run over, alt run not happening? Well, it depends on how ugly this gets. Like I said, never say never, right? I'm not waiting around for the alt season, though. We got runners that are already, been great plays for us. The broader alt season where, all these alts go to new all-time highs and everybody's having a good time singing Kumbaya. I'm not waiting around for that. I'm looking for the alpha move right now. Like, what's the alpha today? What's the new hot meme on the XRP ledger? Bitcoin maxi tiers? Let's run it up. What's this little XCN that the community's been telling me about? It was at fractions of a penny. I was sleeping on it. Now this sucker's pumped 4,000%. 40x for XCN. And people are asking, when's the alt season? These guys are running. No matter whether it's an alt season, no matter what the weather is, no matter what's taking place, these guys are running. And so it's a matter of finding those ones. And I do believe that you're going to get a broader and more general alt season, but it is absolutely going to be different from 2021 and 2017, from the past cycles. The traditional rotation from Bitcoin to Ethereum over to the rest of the alts, I think that dynamic's broke. More people are being onboarded to crypto by memes than Bitcoin right now. So the Bitcoin first narrative is over. That's toast. The Ukrainian president saying that they didn't get all the money is major news. Yeah. And we're finding out every single day how many billions and hundreds of billions were mismanaged and waste. By the way, this is something I wanted to mention too. For business opportunities right now, I know it would sound counterintuitive, but I think that you have a massive opportunity in government contracts because of the abuse and corruption behind them. There's going to be a big consolidation, I believe, in basically service businesses of all type that service government contracts, because the government contracts has always been a great, model. But while many folks will be scared and running away, or those that were corrupt and abusing the government contracts, they were selling the government toilet paper at $20 a roll. Right? Those people are going to go away. And so I actually think that the consolidation you're going to see there is going to present some really good opportunities for folks that will bring real value to the government. And I know about this firsthand because in my property service business, we bid on some government contracts. And we lost said government contracts, but we lost them to basically contractors in Canada. Get that. The U.S. government's hiring a contractor out of Canada versus someone here local that lives 5 minutes from the actual locations that need to be serviced. The Canadian outfit that was awarded the contract got fired within the first month because they weren't ready. And they had actually called me up and asked me if our company could sub out for them. And I said, well, yeah, we can at these prices. And I never got a call back from them because I know what the prices are. And they try to just take you to town. They try to take you. It's crazy. And then the other outfit that now has been hired is on the other side of the country. And one of the other outfits that subs us to service these locations in our area is based out of Puerto Rico. So I have learned how this game works, and my mentor Dan Pena speaks about it heavily, in his model as well too. So, from my own experience and from what I've learned from Dan, incredible. But I think there's going to be a massive opportunity for the consolidation of service businesses that work for the government. Everybody's going to be picked through. And so if you're cheating the government, if you're abusing your government contract, good luck. Good luck, because Elon and the gang's coming for you. Hey, Soul Man, I appreciate that 10 spot. I don't know why. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, I don't know why. It gets kind of silly on the comments. I wish I could see the Twitter comments too. We have a massive audience on Twitter. Right now we have 2,800, 3,000 on YouTube. And so that means we have about 5,000 on X, and we have 500 on TikTok. So guys, we're pushing over 9,000 viewers concurrently right now on tonight's live show. And this shows you how hungry folks are to still be in this game. We're not going anywhere. We're not shaking out. We're the bear sitting at the camp, sitting at the fireplace, roasting our marshmallows. What was I doing today? Building my snowman with the little ones. Made a nice little snowman. I got wrecked today. I'm going to be a round tripper, I guess. This bull run's not over. It's far from over. And, there's an old saying from Warren Buffett. I forget exactly how it goes. But basically, if you like the stock today at this price and it goes down by 50% tomorrow, you should just be looking at that as a simple buying opportunity. Because you like the fundamentals at this price. If it's half off, then the price should be even better. Because based off the fundamentals of you buying at day one, it was set to go higher. Now that it's 50% lower, doesn't change those fundamentals. Unless it was a piece of news that caused the stock to come down by 50%. But what caused XRP to come down by 49% from our most recent highs? Pure, a one-day market maker magician liquidation event. Full stop. Completely unnatural, artificial through and through, proven by the order books. I did the math at the very start. For those of you guys who missed it, we only had 84 million of outflows today. Our market cap dropped by 65 billion. That's a market cap multiplier of 773. And yet we still got some folks that want to debate market cap. XRP can't go here or there because it would need $1 trillion to come into it. Well, $1 trillion could come onto the XRP ledger. In fact, I think it might. I think it will. I think a lot more than that's going to be settled on the XRP ledger. But what this proves is that if $1 billion comes in, our market cap is growing by 700 billion. If $1 billion goes out, our market cap is dropping by 700 billion. The market cap multiplier on today's flows was 700. I mean, if you try to explain this to a TradeFi guy, you're speaking a different language. I mean, I still get people, because the whiteboard video that I did where I broke this down most recently, the video did a few 100,000 views. It really went and did really well on X. And it did really well on YouTube and TikTok as well too. But I still got people today that are commenting, clearly this shows that XRP guys don't know math. And it's like, no, this is the math. You can't dispute it. Nobody has been able to dispute the actual math. They just call XRP guys dumb. That's all anybody has to say, is that I don't know math and I'm a dummy. Okay, but do you want to dispute, debate, refute? Do you have additional math? I'm not a genius when it comes to arithmetic. I would never pretend to be one. I haven't gotten where I'm at in life by being a genius in math. Now, simple math, mental math, we did really good at that. My mom made me do math champs in 4th grade, but that I didn't fare too well in there. I was ahead in math when I was younger, and then once we got to advanced algebra, we fell off like the charts today. I could do algebra level 1, but we fell off hard at advanced algebra. I went from being with kids in the grade above me to being with kids in the grade not necessarily behind me, but I was never behind. But they can't dispute the facts. Business math, absolutely, absolutely. Any other final comments, questions, guys? I think I'm going to wrap up this session here shortly, but I want to give everybody one last opportunity to hop in here. Let's go for a few more minutes. If you haven't already, please make sure you like this video. Help us out by sharing our content out far and wide. All of our community resources are available at zachrector.com. Hooked on Phonics worked for me. I forgot about that. Hooked on Phonics. My XRP bag's getting heavy. There you go, Gary. That's what we like to see. Abraham asks, should I take my money out of XRP? I missed a lot of super chats. I thought that I was all caught up. Let me double check again. Oh, I did. Okay. You guys move quick. Oh, James, you dropped one. Elon's on a space. Okay. Naval, thank you for the 2 spot. Is XRP XPM cool for AMM? It's one of the best paying AMM pools right now. I believe XPM versus XRP. It's one of the best pools right now for fees. Yeah. But you got to know what you're investing in. Basically, you got to look at the AMM as a hedge between 2 separate assets. That's what it really is. So if you want to hold both XPM and XPR, over a certain duration of time, then the AMM allows you to hedge between those 2 assets because it's continuously trading between the 2 for you. That's where the automated market maker comes from. Okay. Justin Kaiser, thank you for the 2 spot. My futures got wrecked down 10,000. Good luck, brother. Hey, Justin. Yeah, I didn't lose 10,000 last weekend, but after I traded Bitcoin Maxi Tiers, we made a good bag on that one. But then I invested, 700, 700. Yeah, it was about 700 XRP into another token, and that was the Cry token, kind of another play on the Bitcoin Maxi Tiers, right? Well, I should have known. I got wrecked by the cabal, and I lost 600 XRP on that play, which at the time when XRP was at, $3, yeah, it was about $1,800 cash that we lost on that trade. So yeah, I feel you, brother. I know that's not 10 racks, but yeah, we're winning and we are losing too. There, we do take a few, but as long as we don't quit, and as long as you're still holding your spot positions, like getting liquidated for 10 racks, that's a tough one. That's a big one. But as long as you're still hopefully holding spot positions, like your long-term bags of these utility assets, hopefully that's the case for you. And hopefully you still have cash outside of crypto to survive on, of course, too. Please be careful, guys. I've been, talking about myself. I've kept a very heavy position in cash over the past year, just to stay liquid for these types of events, this type of uncertainty that we're living through. So stay liquid and stay safe out here, guys. James, thank you for letting me know that Elon is on a space. Maybe I'll go tune into that after I get off the chat here. You dropped another one. Oh, you also know me as the XRP Angel? Okay. That's good. Thank you, AI Cat. Appreciate you. What is up with this DeepSeek AI and investigation into possible buying illegal chips? That's not my expertise, the AI, the chips in that industry. But we already know that they are stealing a lot of our stuff, right? And so there's already rumors coming out, and whether or not they're true, whether or not we'll ever figure out. Maybe Sam Altman and his group is just trying to, ChatGPT is trying to, or I guess the company's OpenAI, they're just trying to, kind of buy themselves time by suggesting that maybe this was stolen technology, this DeepSeek AI. But we're going to have to see what comes of this. It definitely messed up the model for the AI companies here back in the United States, as they've open sourced their model and made it completely free. I have heard some flaws, and obviously it's not as trusted as American models because nobody wants to be giving up all of their information to DeepSeek AI China. But, people want free AI, LLMs, and so you're seeing people are willing to use it. But the AI race is on. Like I said, it's not my expertise, but the bubble had popped before DeepSeek. That only exacerbated it, along with now this new narrative and this new trade war that's now hot. And so that's why I've been staying clear of these high flying tech stocks that have really propped up the broader stock market as a whole. But yeah, I'm not fully up to date on the DeepSeek AI stories. I haven't seen any new news that came out on that, but I'll be sure to follow up on that, and we'll report on that as well. Yep. Okay, I think that we did end up catching up on our super chats tonight. Appreciate you guys for stopping by here. Everything is available at my website, zachrector.com. Caleb Productions, thank you for the 2-spot. Do you think that Velo will reach its all-time high? People have requested a deep dive on Velo, so I will update you on Velo after I do my deep dive. I don't want to speak out of hand. Nick Fetro, thank you for the 2-spot. I have XRP, want 3 more coins at about 30 cents or less. What 3? Well, it's interesting because for me, the most attractive one for me right now is HBAR, because my bag is a little bit smaller than some of my other positions. Like my bags for XLM are packed. I don't need any more XLM, but I almost pulled the trigger on some HBAR today, and I probably will end up buying some HBAR this week. And so for me, it's HBAR. I'm looking at stacking some more of that. The other one that we made a play on most recently was XCN, but I've already traded out of that one. I still hold a little bag of that, but that was the most recent play that we made there. Trying to think, I mean, even Flare at sub 2 cents still, I think, might be an attractive play, because I think that Flare is going to run up to its previous all-time high, at least this bull run. So you're looking at a 10-cent Flare if that's the case, and the opportunity to get a 5x on Flare sub 2 cents right now and just riding it up to 8, 9, 10 cents is a nice little play there. So for me, I'm looking at HBAR, SHX. That's another one too. I'm going to be doing an updated deep dive on SHX. So that's another one that I'd be looking at as well. I got this list of all these coins that people want me to do deep dives on. I'll take a quick glance over at this. Yeah, I'll let you guys know what the order is going to be for deep diving these projects. But I got HBAR in the pipeline, And then we're going to do an update on Sologenic and Corium, and then Flare as well. So with that being said, guys, I want to wrap up this show here tonight. Looking forward to dropping the new XRP collection on our shop in the next couple hours. Got to make everybody aware in Canada and Australia that we now can ship the merch over there. So if you guys are looking to get some, we would appreciate your support. And everything, like I said, everything, all of our community resources available at zachrector.com. Gary, thank you for the 5 spot. Please reiterate the fake outs there, Zach. Greatly appreciate you. Yeah, Gary, we're going to keep calling it how we see it. When we do these deep dives, I'm going to let you know if it's a momentum trade, a swing trade, where we're going to get in and get out, or if it's a fundamental longer-term hold, longer-term allocation. We're going to be honest and open with you guys always. And I update my Discord in real time, every single trade that I make. Not here to send signals. I'm not here to trade for you. I'm not going to do that ever. But what I do like to do is be as transparent as possible. And so in real time, I update the group on my trades. When I come on to do live shows or I come on to drop updates, I update the community on how I'm moving. But these markets are moving so quick that, I mean, like you saw on the XRP chart today, you had less than 10 minutes to buy XRP under $2. So if you're not in this game and locked in right now, you're going to get left behind and you're going to miss some of the best opportunities that come along. So stay tapped in with us. If you're new here, make sure you guys have subscribed and hit that notification bell. And if you want to support our cause, you can like this video, you can go use our community resources, and we would greatly appreciate you. And we welcome you to our private community as well. All available there, zachrector.com. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you.